Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular View.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
New flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Let's do that.
I don't want to sit through hard garbage.
That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel Defeat.
Because there was no Jay White sighting.
Okay, just straight up gangbanging.
This story has been fit. You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not. What is she the CEO of, Chris? Jesus, golly. Let's start the show.
What is going on? It is Wednesday night. You know what that means. It is another episode of UPR's Dynamite Review Show. I am one of your hosts, Dan the Man, along with my co-hosts. I have to my... I guess you're to my left. I have Cactus Caitie. How are you doing?
I am great. How are you guys doing this fine Wednesday afternoon or evening, I should say now? It's, 10:30 at night.
10:30. And then we have just below Venomous Vincent, and I feel that he's gonna have a lot of venom to go off of this Dynamite episode.
Yes.
What's happening, Vince?
Nothing's ready to fucking get this over with. Let's go.
All right.
Starting off like this, huh? All right. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna jump right in. So Dynamite kind of started off with a bit of a bang tonight. Caitie, what did you think of the start of the show?
Wolf of Wall Street versus Rush. Roosh. Sorry. I loved it. I've been excited all week for this match. Non-commercial interruption, just full on 801 starts going at it. Lots and lots of action. They started the match off with just entertainment and lots of, hey, Jeffrey is already jumped in there. My mouse doesn't work. Sorry, guys. But it was lots of pile drivers. I mean, we haven't seen MJF for 6 months. This is our first match with him coming back after, what was it, World Ends? So, from injury. So I think he did great.
Yeah, this was his first official match. Obviously he came back at Double or Nothing. It's a pretty big deal here. We got a pretty good match. These are two great competitors. This was a bit back and forth. MJF was up to his usual shenanigans, but he's kind of the face right now, which is kind of strange, and he still lives up to the heel moniker. And it's very interesting how he could kind of do both.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got that bad boy Wolf of Wall Street going for him right now. And we did see that new legend mark about, getting the wolf bite at the end.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I was like, way to make that a statement.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, it was full on packed action match for sure. And I was not certain, even though in my mind I'm like, how could they have him lose? But at the beginning of the match, it was back and forth. He looked tired, and then just came back with energy.
I think the match was all wrong. I think that they made Roosh look stupid at the end. I think the way the match ended was dumb with a suplex. Makes no sense. I think
it's a brain buster.
Whatever. It's stupid. It was gay. That's not his
With
move.
a belly suplex.
Yeah, it was stupid. And second of all, the way
On
they
the
started
rails.
the match off was with Roosh beating the shit out of MJF.
Mm-hmm.
They made it seem like that Roosh was unstoppable, and that MJF couldn't handle him. And that's what made me mad about the match was you're making a guy that was gone for 6 months look like a chump. He only got in so many moves, and then he won the match. But I'm sorry, I can't. I really can't. I can't go with dumb booking like this. This is just stupid. Like this match should have been a pay-per-view match. Should not have been on Dynamite. And again, the ending sucked.
Well, they're all preparing. This is the next 2 weeks until Forbidden Door. So all this is in preparation for Forbidden Door. And I think we're going to see
Another match with them, and he's going to lose again. Okay, let's go again.
No. I don't think it's with him. I think it's Hechicero. Herencho, something like that.
The name is
I can't pronounce the name.
Hechicero?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's who he's supposed to be fighting. And they advertised that at the end of this match. And they said it's not official until either Daniels or Khan signs it in. But you all know he is.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're really trying to actually have some Forbidden Door matches because if you're looking at this card, there's not a lot of matches that are not just AEW and AEW.
Right. There's also New Japan coming into this.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
I mean, we're getting some CMLL in New Japan. So.
Mm-hmm. Which, I think it's great. I think, they're broadening the cast and it just, you don't know who's going to pop up on the card.
You don't. And I think that's the pretty cool thing about Forbidden Door. But at least this year, we actually know who a lot of these names are versus years past where I'm sitting there like, who the hell is this guy? I don't watch New Japan on a regular basis. I know a lot of the basics in New Japan, but some of these guys are just like, what the hell? Like, who is this?
Well, John Moxley is the champ over there, so it just it's just kind of odd for me.
Jeff, I do agree with this. I feel like they put too much shit into a show. Like they try so hard to give you 107 matches, and it's just like fucking stop. I mean,
there's only like 4 matches.
Oh shit, 4 matches. Are you crazy? There's like 6 or 7, maybe even 8 sometimes. Like they cram in so much shit into one show. Like that Daniel Garcia match, that was a waste of fucking time.
How many matches were tonight? Because there was quite a few promos.
Yeah, there was like 5 or 6 matches tonight.
There was quite a bit. There was quite a bit.
And that's the problem with them. They don't know how to do a show. They try to use every single moment of that. And then what they do is, which I think is shitty on their part, is they try to cram so much in that they lose time and go over 10 minutes because they want to give other people opportunities. Every single time.
Well, the main event definitely was rushed.
Yeah, but it went overtime.
Yeah.
But again, they put in shitty matches like Daniel Garcia against some fucking smuck. Who wants to see that? I don't want to see that. I guarantee you, Jeff don't want to see it. But let's waste our time because Tony Khan knows how to run a fucking show. Whoop-de-doo. Let's go on. Let's go on to the more shit show that it was tonight. What's the next?
AEW, and it's called the shit show for a reason.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that 8-man tag was a fucking headache. That match was. Holy shit.
That was what was coming up next. And
okay,
was that a Royal Rumble or was that a street fight? I'm not sure what it was.
I don't know. I didn't like it. It was too many people. It was just all over the place.
So yeah, so as Caitie was saying, post match, we're getting Hechicero and Cage of Agony.
Yes.
Brian Cage is announcing MJF will face Hechicero at Forbidden Door. And
You say Brian Cage announced this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he the new general manager? Like, what is he like the head of the fucking AEW? I mean, who's this fucking smuck to make a match?
I'm a little confused at how that all went about, but
I think we all are.
So yeah, that's about how I felt about tonight's show. We get they do a recap of Jack Perry beating the ever living crap out of Dustin Rhodes last week.
Right.
That was brutal. So we get our favorite announcer, Renee Paquette, interviewing Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, Dante Martin, and Mark Briscoe.
Yes.
Why do we even have these segments? They seem to go nowhere.
The interviews, are you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, they really do, and it's just a time sucker.
But when you have so much crap on a show, I mean, you don't have to do overruns. I mean, how necessary is it to have this many interviews? I mean, it's like we're just putting people on TV to put people on TV, and I'm all for putting these individuals on TV, but having 4 individuals that really are nothing a part of each other, like Kyle O'Reilly has no real relation to Orange Cassidy, Dante Martin, and Mark Briscoe. There's no real relation to any of those people. That is just a mixed mosh tag team that's thrown together on the fly, and what for what?
Just to have a 4-person tag team.
It's a waste
I mean,
of time.
even Orange Cassidy was just like, yeah, I'm not part of this, but here you go.
So we need to get rid of this woman. We need to find somebody else that could be besides Renee Paquette. There's too much of her. She's just.
I think she does a fine job. I just think that we don't need that between every single match.
We get a lot of Renee Paquette, and I feel I've been very hard on Renee, but I just feel she's kind of shoved down our throat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's just me, though. We're gonna go ahead and so just kind of add on to this interview. It was just kind of dumb. Mark Briscoe is kind of all in his feels about losing last week. And he went against, what was it? It was Kyle O'Reilly, right? Was that it?
Yes.
No, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Who the hell did he go against last week? I don't even remember.
I think it was O'Reilly.
But yeah, anyways,
oh yeah, and Jack Perry did, yes.
Jack Perry did show up and
abruptly. I like that.
Yes, told Mark Briscoe to get out. Orange Cassidy gave Renee one of his bracelets. Dumb segment.
It was a friendship bracelet.
Dumb segment. There is zero reason that somebody like Orange Cassidy, who is actually who's had kind of a joke of a character and has become believable and legitimate, is still giving out friendship bracelets. Like, come on, guys.
He plays the whole high school yearbook mentality, and so that's just what goes on right now.
I mean, we need to stop defending bad booking. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and Will Ospreay makes his entrance to the ring, and Swerve is now in the ring. So we are going to get the big showdown here between these two. And this was a pretty interesting segment. The fans seem to be pretty into it. I feel like this is a match that people are really looking forward to and they really do want. I think it's a little soon for it, which I've stated on numerous occasions, because I don't think Ospreay should take this L, and I don't think Swerve should take the EL either. I just don't think it's time. But it's definitely not time for Ospreay to lose.
Right. Or I mean, neither one of them should lose right now.
No, but Osprey is, Osprey and Strickland are your two, kind of main guys besides MJF that you're really pushing right now. So, and MJF doesn't necessarily need to be in the title picture at the moment. We know he will be there at some point down the line again.
Yeah.
But right now, Osprey and Strickland are kind of your two biggest guys. And, taking the title off Swerve right now is probably not the best idea. But also having Osprey lose right now is also not a good idea.
Is this title for title?
It is not. I don't believe it's title for title. I just think it's for the AEW Championship.
It's just
Right.
bad booking. That's all it is, man. It's bad booking.
Well, I think it was that whole segment tonight was just so awkward to watch because those two are actually really good friends. And so when they were trying to yell at each other, you can just see a little giggle behind it. Like, I'm like, all right, guys, just back away, like this. I mean, that's my take of it when I was watching it.
I mean, the only way that I can see this going is if the Don Callis, because Will Ospreay does say, because Swerve suggests that what is he going to ask for help from the Callis family, and
Yes.
Will shuts that down and says he doesn't need help. So and he can do it by himself. So the only thing that I can think of here is Don Callis family may end up costing Ospreay the match, and that can go into another feud. But
well, it's certainly going to develop into something.
yeah, we're gonna get something here.
Yeah. No, it's gonna. I foresee that Strickland is going to keep the title and Will is going to lose by an error of some sort, which is unfortunate. But they'll bring Will back eventually. I mean, how long did it take all these other people to get it? How many times did it take? Going to mention before Vinny does WWE. How long did it take Cody Rhodes to, finally get his title?
Right.
So Will Ospreay is not going anywhere.
Yep. And one thing they do touch on is this is Swerve's first main event as champion, and what's going to happen? What if the kill shot does come out? The Oz Cutter, the Stormbreaker, the Hidden Blade, the Tiger Driver 91. Is that going to be enough? Is that can Ospreay get out of that? I mean, not can Swerve get out of that? And this is going to be the first championship main event for even Will Ospreay.
And when they were talking about their titles, Will has a lot more titles.
He does.
He has a lot more experience than Swerve did.
Yep. Vince, what do you got in this?
It's a toss-up.
What I've already said. Bad booking. I mean, you've said everything. I mean, they're putting it too quick. Somebody's going to lose. Somebody's going to take the L. I mean, you surely can't. I mean, you really can't give the L to Swerve, and you really can't give the L to Will Ospreay. So it's bad booking.
One thing that did kind of touch here was Swerve
making it personal.
Yes, bringing up his son. And
yes,
Will
a no-no.
Will did not like that and tells him to not mention his son anymore. Nana gets on the mic and tells him to basically save it all for Forbidden Door. And then this is where
the Dawn again.
Right, and then Osprey's is done, ready to go, and Swerve stops him and says, what if he wants to make it personal?
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is where it gets a little heated.
Yes.
And he says when it comes to the title, it's always personal. And he wants Will to go home and send his regards to Al and Harry. So
he certainly pushed the button for sure to get back.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And this led to a bit of a heated exchange until we went backstage for Trent Beretta.
Who also is losing his mind.
Yep. Is fired up about Will disrespecting the Callis family.
Yeah.
And Don Callis calms him down. And Kyle Fletcher is now looking disgruntled. So, there's a lot of inner workings going on with the Callis family here. And I think this is kind of the interesting storyline out of all this that they're kind of building is I think we're going to get something come to a head where the Don Callis family is not going to be involved with Will Ospreay anymore.
Well, there's going to be, like you said, I think you nailed it when it came to the Don family is going to be the reason why Will loses.
Absolutely.
It's going to continue on from there.
I mean, haven't we been seeing this for weeks? So this is not new news.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have said I knew exactly, but now I can say
trying to break up for a while now.
Okay.
I mean, we have. I mean, you can just tell that the tension in the ring when they're all talking and he looks back. We know it's going to happen. We just don't know exactly when, but we know it's happening.
So what do you think is kind of the thing that's going to happen here?
I mean, I think I feel like somehow, some way, I feel like they're gonna cost them something. I don't know if it's the title. I don't know if it's the match at Forbidden Door, but I feel like they're gonna put their 2 cents into it, and he's gonna end up losing something. So I feel like that's the way it's gonna happen.
I mean, I like Swerve holding the title for a little bit longer. I think it's a good fit right now.
Yeah, I just don't think that Ospreay should be losing right now. That's just my issue right now. And as Jeff says, both men can't be pinned clean.
Yeah.
And this was pretty interesting about Swerve making the comment about Hit Row and how
he got him there, yeah.
He's gonna go hitless. I know, man. This is Trent Beretta looking like a waiter at Olive Garden. I love it.
Tell me when to stop with the cheese, please.
So next we have Dante Martin, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy against the Don Callis family. Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, Roderick Strong, and Zack Sabre Jr.
What a clusterfuck this is.
This is your bathroom break. I mean, this was just.
I wouldn't say it's your bathroom break. I would say that
this is good talent.
It's great talent. It's just too much.
It was way too much for what they were trying to do. The referee didn't even know how to fucking keep it in order.
No one knew how to keep it in order. I mean, this is the problem when you have this many people in a match. Shit's everywhere. Everything's going all over the place.
Yeah, but is that okay though? Is that really okay? Like, is this what people really want to see in AEW? Is they want to see matches that can't stay in the ring? Because I feel like this is another side of AEW is like ECW. Like, they're never in the ring. It's always in the crowd. They're always using weapons. Like, it's becoming not a wrestling. It's becoming like a brawling company. When is enough is enough?
Wanting to interact with the people who came, and so if you're there, you're probably got a whole different view on it.
I've been there.
I know what I'm saying.
I mean,
people who are there probably have a whole different view on it than what we see from the TV.
I mean, the show that we went to in Jacksonville, there was one spot with Moxley and with Hobbs and the crowd. Most of the whole entire show was kept inside the ring. And that's what you have to look at. Why is every match outside the ring? Why?
I know I'm going to be ringside when it comes to the South Carolina match at the end of July, and I hope that they go in and out.
Oh, you'll understand what I'm saying.
You'll get it.
You'll get it. You think it's good now. You'll get it.
You will understand. And it'll hit you, and you'll be like, I get it now. You'll
Well,
see.
it's funny. They have Greenville booked the end of July, and then very shortly after, I think it's the weekend following, not the weekend directly after, it's going to be in Winston-Salem.
Interesting. How do you feel about this?
2 back-to-back South Carolina, North Carolina. I may go to both.
We'll back. Okay. All right. Respectable. All right. So let's see. Let's go on here. This match. It's just not okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So, yeah, like you said, this was a cluster. Zach. So it inevitably ends with Zack Sabre hits an uppercut on Kyle O'Reilly, and blocks a stun dog millionaire from Orange Cassidy. A whole little mix here of a roll through a bridge. O'Reilly breaks it up with a knee, drop kicks Cassidy on Fletcher, tags in strong with the tossing suplex, jumping knee. Kyle O'Reilly pushes Orange out of the way. And this is how Dante Martin, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy win with an orange punch from Orange Cassidy on Zack Sabre Jr.
Right.
What a mess. What just a mess of a finish.
It's just a clusterfuck.
I mean, it always is, but I mean, they tried, and it was entertaining. It was entertaining, and glad we can get 8 guys on TV. Yeah, it was.
Are you sure that it was entertaining? Because
I was entertained.
For the younger generation, I'm sure they probably ate that up.
Fucking younger generation, they don't know what fucking real wrestling is. Bunch of
what
pansies.
is real wrestling?
It's definitely not the shit they're giving us today. Definitely not the shit they're giving us today. You want to know real wrestling? Go watch WCW. Go watch WWE Attitude Era. That's real wrestling. This is just garbage. This is. I'd rather paint a wall with a blind guy than watch this half the time.
A blind guy.
Yeah, I would close my eyes and paint the wall with the blind guy than watch some of the shit they fucking give us.
There's a lot of shit that they give us.
In 15, 20 years, I'm not going to say to myself, God damn it. Do you remember the time when I used to watch AEW and fucking John Moxley and Will Ospreay and MJF? Ain't never going to fucking happen. Not going to happen. You know what we're going to say 30 years ago? God, I wish it was 1999 and 2000 when fucking wrestling really made a difference back in the 80s. Nobody gives a shit about it. And all the people that care about the fucking wrestling now, they don't know wrestling. They don't know what's good. This is garbage.
Well, your odds are looking favorable to, having memory loss. So maybe you won't.
Memory loss? What do you mean? I grew up in the era where fucking wrestling made a difference. Where 2 companies were battling it out every fucking Monday night. That was something. There's no companies battling it out no more. Okay? One company, on the other hand, was being held up by this fucking evil billionaire that was fucking going around messing around with the women behind the scenes. Then you got this other company, fucking AEW, where the father owns the Jaguars, so he's just constantly throwing money. No matter if they're wasting it or not, to put on a good show. So where do you go from there? Where do you go? And the company also takes all the fucking wrestlers from WWE over to AEW. So where is the fun in that? Where is the fun? Exactly. You don't know what to fucking say. Hold on one second.
Are you serious?
I cannot believe he just did that.
I mean, we do know what happened there, right?
I know what just happened too.
Well, I think we need a commercial break.
We're going to a commercial break. Wow. Okay. That was interesting. We'll be right back.
EC, you seen this Liv Morgan kissing Dom Mysterio? And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour is in full effect. I am 100% proud of Dom for trading up from Rhea Ripley, and she wants some of that dirty Dom. Well,
Dom don't seem like he's reciprocating much. Like, definitely, like, seemed like he pulled his kiss. Like, wasn't really into it. Like, there's more passion in kissing your grandma on the cheek than that. Like, what's up with Dom?
No, I mean, clearly they don't want their relationship to be public. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't really broken the news to Rhea yet. Give him some time. You're going to start seeing some nice, passionate kissing between Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan.
Shouldn't we already be seeing this, though, Chris? Like, let's be real. Dom helped this woman win this championship not once, but twice now. Rhea's going to be pissed, especially now after seeing the kiss. So why not just lean into it, right? Like, why not just be like why not?
Because I think he wants to keep that ain't the way to go. I'm telling you right now. She'll leave.
Well, then we are back, and there is our venomous Vincent. He just had to go spew a little venom really quick.
So when I was gone, are you still lost what I was saying?
Nope, we're good.
No. Yeah, I know you say you're good, but I really don't. I don't feel like you really know what we're talking about. Exactly what the fuck I said. Go on. The show must go on. Come on.
Wow, we've come back as a different person.
Vince is on the sauce.
No, never mind. I'm gonna let's keep going. I'm not even gonna fucking say nothing else. Come on, let's go.
No. Go ahead.
No. Because I'm gonna say something I don't want to say. No.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
It's hard to do shows sometimes with people that don't.
What? Keep going.
I listen. I just wish you knew where I was coming from. Like, I feel like everybody on this show knows where I'm coming from. We all know. We all know the history of pro wrestling and the way it paved the way for others to watch. The shit they have on now is nothing compared to what we have. In today's society, wrestling just sucks because storylines are horrible. Everybody's fucking brother and mother are all in part of the groups. Okay. You want to know a faction? The Bloodline, that's not a fucking faction. Go watch NWO. Go watch Generation X. That's a fucking faction. This pussy shit they got going on here with Roman Reigns and his 7 or 8 brothers that are on there with Paul Heyman that looks like a fucking Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. I mean, that's just garbage. It's garbage. So what I'm trying to say is that I challenge you to just flip through the classics and just educate yourself. That's all.
And who are you referring to?
I'm talking Dan.
Clearly that's who he's talking to. We're gonna go ahead and so post-match, Jack Perry lays out Dante Martin on the stage, and Mark Briscoe chases him away.
Jeff knows what I'm talking about. Jeff, there you go, buddy.
But Takeshita meets him in the back, and they brawl. Orange Cassidy and Zack Sabre Jr. end up going at it. Mercedes Moné now is cutting a promo on Stephanie Vacour about how she's going to beat that ass at Forbidden Door. Are you excited?
I love that promo. That promo of Monet was awesome.
Was it?
I think so. I mean, maybe as a female, I was like hyped for her. I think watching her training sessions and things like that was awesome.
You know, Dan, I'm going to answer your question. Am I excited? Fuck no, I'm not excited. I'm going to tell you why I'm not excited. Because why is it taking these companies so freaking long to do something like this? I mean, were you really excited yesterday night when you saw Frankie Kazarian walk right the fuck into NXT? Were you really that excited? Because I sure wasn't.
I mean, not really. I think what it comes down to is we're getting guys that we didn't ever expect would be on a different company and a different platform, and I think that's where the excitement is coming from. I don't know that. I'm sorry.
No, go.
I mean, hey, I'm proud of you. It only took. No. I mean, it took about 10 minutes for you to bring up WWE.
Does everybody know that this would never fucking happen if Vince McMahon was still in the picture? This would never fucking happen. It would never happen. TNA would never come to WWE. They would never go to TNA. It would never happen. But because WWE is owned by another parent company that's partnered with UFC, this is why it's happening, because they're trying to cross promote. I'll be very surprised by the end of the year you don't see fucking 9 UFC fighters sitting ringside and they jump the barricade and beat up fucking Brock Lesnar. I don't know. I'm just saying though, it's something that you thought would never happen, okay? So I'm not excited. No, I'm not excited.
Is there anything that makes you excited?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. We're talking about AEW. I'm totally sorry. I thought I was on another show. You're right. No, Forbidden Door. I don't watch a whole lot of New Japan. Okay, so I don't really follow them. So for them, I'm only knowing these guys because they're coming over and wrestling in TNA or AEW. Look, I don't even fucking know what company I'm talking about. So TNA is owned by Endeavor too. Are you sure about that, Jeff?
Maybe Mad Dog can let us know.
Is this Dan? You know about this? Is TNA owned by Endeavor too?
TNA is owned by Anthem.
Oh, Anthem. So why is he saying Endeavor?
Well, I mean, maybe he.
Mad Dog, can you look that up real quick and come on and tell us? Is that something that we can figure out here? Give us a thumbs up.
So moving on with tonight's show, we had the promo with Monet, and then we had the Young Bucks.
So Don Callis ends up rolling up to Roosh and says, I mean, he's talking in some kind of messed up Spanish.
Yeah.
And
he tried.
El Toro Blanco hits a wall.
The fuck are we talking about?
I don't know. There's some weird shit going on.
I thought we were talking about the Young Fucks and the
we're getting to the
there
young...
was a promo before where
another shitty promo. Okay, I got you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shitty promo.
So next we have the Acclaimed and the Young Bucks.
Young Fucks. Yep, you're right. Young Fucks. Go on. So let's talk about the Young Fucks in there.
I think Vinny should take this one on. Why don't you break this
absolutely.
They're new fucking shoes, the Young Fucks. I mean, these guys look like a walking casino. I mean, one guy's wearing a green fucking vest. The other guy, I don't even know what the color he's fucking wearing. They're cutting off the best part of the whole fucking show, which are the Acclaim, which kind of pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. Then you got this other schmuck on the TV. What's his name? What's that guy's name?
Takada?
Yeah, his name, Dakota. He's over there fucking with the buttons, turning the mics off. I'm glad they got their ass beat tonight with these dickheads.
Well, it was an elimination match too.
Yeah, they sure eliminated their fucking asses. Now they're gonna go and take their titles away.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. I mean, Perry won it last week, so
I used to love watching the Young Bucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to love watching the Young Bucks. I remember
Jeffrey.
I used to. I tell you, the match that really got me into the Young Bucks, because I didn't follow them too much, was when they faced the Hardys at WrestleMania 28 in Lakeland. That match was fantastic. Now all of a sudden they're going this prick route, and they got this group, and they're wearing Nikes in the wrestling ring. Does anybody understand why? Does boots don't work anymore? Like we're wearing tennis shoes to wrestle. It's like wearing commando boots to fucking play tennis. It just doesn't work.
Well, they're advertising their
Before
shoes.
the advertisement, they were wearing red Jordans, blue Jordans, all these other fucking colors. So I'm very excited that the Young Bucks got beat by Acclaim. I think Acclaim's a great tag team. I think the Young Bucks and all their bullshit that they were trying to do when this match, where they were trying to interfere and use weapons and whatever the case. I'm glad that it backfired on them, and I'm glad that they lost this eliminator match. So now the Young Bucks will face the Acclaim. Is this at Forbidden Door, or is this like on another episode of AEW Dynamite?
I don't know. Maybe Matt can tell us.
So
I mean, everything's been promoting for Forbidden Door, so I'm almost positive.
yeah, I mean, listen, the Acclaim do end up winning this match with a lateral press from Anthony Bowens on Matthew Jackson, and they are earning, obviously their tag title match.
Right.
I'm assuming this is going to be at Forbidden Door.
Right.
That is.
I'm not. You know what? Hold on. Can we go back to this real quick? I don't know if I actually. I have to challenge this question about what are we doing here?
Oh, are you trying to do something?
Yeah, I want to challenge Mad Dog on this question here.
Well, why
So
are
he
you waiting
said-
for Mad Dogs on TV?
Because it's up here now, where it's going to go 5. It's going to go 90 other questions later. We're not going to remember it. The Shield made Seth Dean, and I agree that they started their careers, but let's face it, Dean Ambrose is not on the game anymore. I mean, okay, he's the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion in New Japan, like, and he's on every other Dynamite. Like, Roman, okay, I give it Roman. Seth, yeah, Seth is, yeah, but here's my question: all 3 of you guys, or all 4 of you guys, who's the bigger star?
Me.
Exactly right. Anyways,
Good answer.
let's move the fuck on. Go on.
Oh man.
Well, next is
Samoa Joe gives Hook
contract.
a pep
Oh, yeah.
talk
Fucking stupid.
as they are going to confront the learning tree.
Oh God.
Hey, you have to admit, there was only one time that we saw Jericho tonight.
I mean, I would have been better if I didn't see him at all. But go on.
I mean, he's the face of AEW. A
Oh,
face.
God, face. Yeah. Okay, go on.
But so Joe and Hook bust into their locker room and no one is there. Just a note from Chris Jericho challenging them to a trios match on Collision. And Joe asks the camera if he's in, and this is when we hear Shibata's robot voice that says that he's going to smash those bitches.
I was a little lost with the whole video voiceover situation. I was like, where's that coming from?
Yeah, this is the weird thing that they're doing with Shibata right now. Okay, but let's go to the next segment. Mariah May is presiding over the contract signing for the women's championship match at Forbidden Door. She introduces Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm. She does say she hopes that the best woman wins, but she wants them to know that she loves them both, and no matter what happens, Mina then takes the mic and tells her to shut up.
Is this we're talking about your girlfriend on this freaking? Are we talking about your girlfriend on this fucking thing here?
My girlfriend.
This
I don't have a
hobo.
girlfriend.
What's her name? Toni
Mariah
Storm.
May or Toni Storm?
I can't stand this bimbo.
Toni Storm?
I cannot
Oh,
stand her.
boy.
I cannot stand the black and white gold dust ripoff. I cannot stand her always running down the aisle with no shoes on. and half the time with
She
no
usually
pants on.
uses them as a weapon.
Huh?
She uses her shoes or somebody's shoes as a weapon.
She didn't
I
have shoes on
agree.
tonight.
Jeffrey, I literally have that in my notes. Mariah May was beautiful tonight. She brought it.
You know else is beautiful? The Stella. That's beautiful.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't say something else, sir.
Love is in the air, guys. Love
I'm
is
trying
in
to
the
keep.
air.
I'm trying to keep everything clean tonight. Go ahead.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, she fucking definitely was flocking tonight, Jeff. She definitely was. I don't know what she was. You know what she was flocking? Her big fat ass got stuck in the table. That's what she was flocking to.
sometimes there's a lot of big things that get flocked around and
Yeah,
stuffed around, and
she got flocked all right.
I
She
mean,
got
someone's
pieces
got to
of flock.
flock.
Some things are just big waste of time.
Yep. Hey, sure it was. And this is the segment right here. What can anybody tell me who this Japanese girl that comes in? She's looking like
That's Mariah May's old tag team partner.
Yeah.
she looked like she came right from the club,
What club?
I mean,
strip club.
The
he
strip
would know
club.
because that's where he picks up his girlfriends.
No, absolutely not. I'm just saying she looked like she came from the strip club tonight.
I mean, sometimes you just got to pay for them. It is.
Yeah, I don't pay for shit. They should pay for me to come over there and talk to them. Buy me a
I
fucking
mean,
drink.
in theory, you're when you're dating somebody, you're paying for it.
I don't pay for it. I
You don't
split
pay
it.
for it.
How's that work out?
I'm a cheap son of a bitch.
Ooh, Caitie. Ooh.
It works out great. You know why it works out great? You know why it works? You know why it works out great? Because at the end of the day, I still got a pocket full of money.
Here. Wow.
Yep, exactly. Vinny's on a roll. Let's fucking go. Keep this fucking train going.
But yeah,
We already
so
talked about this.
okay. At Forbidden Door, Mina Shakira says she is going to take her title, her girl, and signs the contract.
Yes, and then Tony Storm takes the pen and just mutilates it, and goes after it and as well signs the contract.
I love that she said that she will slap her bloody tits off.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? I have to. I have
In
to
black
make
and
a,
white.
Listen, I have to make an observative, whatever the fuck you call it.
Observation.
Why? What'd you say?
An observation.
There you go. Why is it that we waste our time with both companies, not just WWE or AEW? It happens in all companies. Why do we waste our time with these stupid contract signings? I feel like it's more and more and more that we waste TV time with nothing that this paper does that nobody gives a shit about. Like,
It's promotion.
who gives a shit? You have promos. I mean,
Well,
for God's sakes, the
Tony
Ultimate Warrior and
has
Hulk Hogan
a-
at WrestleMania 7, they didn't sit down for a contract signing. Did Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 2, did they sit down for a contract signing? No. Again, this is just filler. Like, if we stop with the goofy bullshit, we would
I
have
don't think this is goofy.
Oh my
No.
God, this is totally goofy. What do you mean it's not goofy?
advertisement. It's getting
Fuck
to know the
advertisement. You know what
personality.
advertisement is?
It's good promos, man.
It's
No,
promos
absolutely.
to understand the personalities.
If you can't understand the personality, you're watching the wrong fucking TV show. Yeah, you get all these three girls all week, all month long, running around in high heels, flocking around, black and white this, black and white that. Somebody's pants falls down, her shoes falls off, she stabs somebody in the eye, her fat ass runs into the damn fucking. I mean, it's a waste, man. If you stop with the crap, you would have more time to actually put into other matches, and you wouldn't go over 15, 20 minutes on freaking TBS's dime. That's what it's about, man. But this is the problem. These guys don't give a shit because they have too much money. I guarantee if Tony Khan's father said, listen, I'm only going to give you so much dollars each week for a show, I guarantee you all this other crap and you had to go at 10 o'clock, I guarantee you this stuff wouldn't happen. It would be on the dot to the T. I guaranteed.
Okay. Are you good?
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's go.
Okay. So next, the Outcasts do come out, and Soraya says she's so sick of this, and she brought Anna Jay with her to attack Mariah May on the floor.
Jeff knows. Jeff knows.
You know, this is getting ridiculous. You know, they're adding so many layers to these matches that, like, it's getting out of control.
Are you just seeing this now? I mean, did I just talk about the contract signing that absolutely sucked?
I mean,
now we're talking about layers of matches that suck too.
Layers are nice though, but sometimes it has to make sense.
Storyline. That's what it's all about.
It has to make sense.
Ideally, it has to.
But, you know, next segment, we're getting Claudio Castagnoli cutting a promo about his match with Pac later, saying it should be bigger than anything and they should do it for wrestling.
And
they
it
do,
is the main event of the night.
It was. They do reveal the brackets for both the men and women for the Owen Hart Cup. We are getting Chris Statlander against Nyla Rose. And this is, I don't know. This is probably one of the duds of the night.
It was a quick match, too.
Yeah, it was. Statlander does pick up the win via pinfall with her tombstone pile driver. After
do you think it was the right person, though?
I'm sorry?
Do you think it was the right person to put in that?
I mean, I definitely think Statlander should go over Nyla Rose.
Okay, but I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, do you think it was the right person to choose to put in this match? Like, I guess my frustration with matches like this, like, it's like, okay, it's like when we watched Mayweather and Big Show at WrestleMania 24. One's bigger than the other. Like, how do you justify somebody just completely wiping the floor with a person that's twice their size? Like, how do you justify that? Exactly what I was.
I don't think I'm understanding the question.
My question is that Nyla Rose is twice the size of maybe not twice the size, but she's a pretty hefty woman, and for her to, and I feel like Statlander really
we weren't
did
even on that yet.
We're talking about Chris Statlander right now.
Okay.
What do you mean? The Willow promo was after the match. What are we talking about, Kitty?
I thought we were still talking about the Pac match.
That's after this.
Okay. But the promo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I guess I'm lost. Dan, were we talking about the Chris Statlander match, or were we talking about the Pac promo?
We're talking about the Statlander match.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Just wanted.
I guess.
You guys good back there? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I guess you just put me to sleep. That's all.
Well, I fucking do that too much.
Wow. All right.
What do you have to say about this match? I mean, you watched. You obviously said it was a great match. What the fuck you got to say about it?
I mean, I didn't say it was a great match.
Oh no, I'm not talking to you, Dan. I'm talking to her.
Oh, you said Dan.
No, I said her.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, now I think hear me in the goddamn room. Jesus Christ.
What? What'd you say?
Nothing. I said this beer is tasty. Let's go.
Okay. Well, Dan's a floating head right now in his screen. But no, I think Chris Statlander. I love at the end how Willow popped up on the screen. I was like, don't forget about me. I got you.
I got you, boo.
Yep.
She
No.
did. She got her.
For sure.
Shit's getting real, man.
Mm.
Well, Statlander does pick up the win. Stokely gets on the. Stokely makes a comment. Calls with a night girl out and tells her that if she lays hands on either of them, she'll be pop locking in the same cell as Justin Timberlake.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, I must have been out of the room for all that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Hey, I just gotta ask you a question up there, up in North Carolina. Do they have the what kind of cable company you guys got up there?
What do you mean?
We got Spectrum, T-Mobile. You got Time Warner.
Okay.
You know they have an app you can download on your phone. You can actually watch the show on your phone while you go into another room. Excuse me.
I mean, I normally watch it every part of the show.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Because I remember last week you told me you missed half the main event because you're getting ready.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want me to do? Take a phone into a shower?
I rest my case.
I mean, it's not something I normally do, but we all know you do. So.
Woof.
Okay.
You got some boots for this fucking war over here, Dan?
I'm just taking it in right now, man. I'm just listening to you guys, and I'm just enjoying what you got going on.
But yes, it's on the TBS app, guys. You can watch it in any room.
You guys are some of the most spiciest people towards one another, man. It's actually incredible.
I love it. It goes both ways, though. It's okay.
I mean,
are we on to the main event now?
We're not. We have. This was the longest episode of Dynamite ever.
I like it.
We get a Renee Paquette interview with Private Party. That's necessary. They say that Chris Jericho has learned that they're no joke.
This is necessary. This is necessary. You said.
Yeah, this is necessary.
Why is this necessary?
Apparently, the art of sarcasm is not picked up very well by Vince.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that was a fucking joke. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Renee Paquette. I'm sorry. Jericho is now.
What your mic?
Giving them crap for cheating, but offers them a lesson. When you're facing luchadors, like when he and Corazon de Leon, he learned to avoid the martinet, the tombstone pile driver, and he'd just say that doesn't work for him, brother. Brian Key says if they want to tope con Giro, they'd better respect Chris Jericho.
I mean, Chris Jericho doesn't need any respect.
No respect. Put some respect on that name.
Well, how can you respect somebody that starts doing stupid characters like this? Like I've lost respect for Jericho with this stupid character. And then you fucking out of all fucking people, you put in Big Bill.
Big Bill's a bobblehead.
I mean, this is the worst team up in the whole history. I don't even know where to go with this.
Well, I mean, go where you want with it. Where do you want to go with it?
I can't go with it because it's shit. It's garbage.
This is shit. This is
worse
garbage.
This is worse than a $4.99 CC's Pizza Buffet. I mean, this is way worse than that.
This is absolute shit.
Well, I don't know anybody else on this channel that likes the Hunting Tree.
I mean, his shirts are sold out on AEW.
Yeah, because they're a bunch of fucking morons that like crap.
Well, I will tell you that it takes forever to get AEW merchandise.
Yeah, because they don't give a shit about your ass. That's why.
They
Go
care.
Go order from WWEshot.com. I guarantee you'll have it in less than a week.
Here we go. WWE again.
Use code WWE10 for fucking 10% off your order.
Thanks, Vince.
Welcome back to you, Dan.
So our next match is going to be Daniel Garcia against Rhett Titus. This was a slobber knocker.
What a
Jeez. Daniel Garcia does pick up the win with a lifting DDT.
Yes.
Post-match, the Gates of Agony and Hechicero show up to beat up Daddy Magic and Daniel Garcia.
Can I tell you what I was watching when I was watching this piece of shit match? I was watching the reunion of the American Pie movie on my iPhone because this match sucks so bad.
Wow, how far in the movie did you get?
No, it wasn't a movie. I'm sorry, excuse me. It was an interview.
Okay.
So you didn't watch the whole show tonight?
Yeah, I watched it. It was on my iPad, and the parts that I didn't give a shit about, I watched my iPhone. I was still there. You can't put too much time into this bullshit because, in reality, it's not good for you. It's like cartoons for kids. You let them watch too much, it rots their fucking brain out.
Coming from the person who doesn't have children.
You're right. I don't.
I am so glad we're doing this, guys.
I am too. Let's go. Let's talk about the pack. The ending match, Pac and Claudio Castanova.
Well, we know that Brian Danielson was on commendation.
Yes.
And Castanino.
I'm going to call you Basil. I'm going to call you.
Who are you referring to?
Yeah, Dan, you know that joke in Austin Powers, like, whoop-de-doo, Basil.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. We're going to go to a commercial break because we really need to. And we'll be right back.
Like, who the fuck am I? Okay.
I just remember Tama because he's actually pretty good. His facial mannerisms, the way he walks, comes in the ring, even when he's on the right
like
side.
Like a Tasmanian devil.
That's
how he
works.
He's a psycho. He's a maniac.
Correct.
That's the picture that I had. That's the picture that I had. You put up there.
And they need to have more angles with him doing the thing he did backstage a couple weeks ago. He was like, like he's spazzing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was great. That was gold. That's why I said, okay, this guy has something in it that makes him stand out. Then I see this guy, and I'm like, okay. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing we say in my club, at night. It's called "You Go Girl," because he's riding bitch on a bike. So I'm through. That's all I'm saying.
You want to keep talking about?
Let's get out of here. Main event time.
We're back. It is now main event time.
Do we really need that time?
Yes.
Really?
We did.
Someone did check themselves.
We need a lot of time.
We need some fucking corn fritters and some ranch dressing.
Corn fritter sounds pretty good, actually.
It fucking does, doesn't it? Jesus.
You boys are food.
Vince, do you have some corn fritters?
I fucking wish I did. I wish I had some of them. What do you call them? Scoops. Them Frito scoops with some fucking dip right now.
Frito
scoops.
Fritos. Not
Frito
Fritos.
scoops.
Fritos.
Scoops.
Fritos.
Maybe a little chili cheese
Things
dip.
that smell like feet. Those.
Yeah, you dip your toe into it and then you lick it off.
I mean, there's a lot of people into that. I'm sure some of our listeners are probably people with some foot fetishes. It's possible.
Make sure you guys check out my new page, Toes Only. You can go on my Instagram page and pick it up.
Let's take a poll. Let's take a poll. If Caitie was to come up with an OnlyFans for feet, would you subscribe?
Don't waste your time.
She's too scared. She wouldn't do that.
I mean, listen, an only page. It's not going to be for my feet.
What would it be for?
This is a family show.
I don't think she has the guts to do that.
I don't think she does either.
I definitely don't think she has.
I don't think she has the ovaries. She was never mind.
Those bitches are long gone.
I just realized as I was saying it.
She don't have the shoes. Nothing. The bitches are gone.
Only one. Thank you.
Oh man, I was really just gonna say I don't think she has the ovaries she was born with, and then I was like, ugh.
We really put our fucking feet in that mouth, didn't we, Dan?
That was a moment. This, you know what, guys, this is a teachable moment. Don't say stupid shit.
Oh, I love saying stupid shit.
Well, I mean, it's all we ever do.
Oh yeah,
we're pretty good at it. We totally missed the part where MJF did come out and help Daniel Garcia from getting his ass kicked. So, and MJF actually paid respect to Garcia.
And then Will Ospreay also came out.
Will Ospreay also did come out.
I need to apologize off the bat. I think I'm being a dickhead to everybody tonight. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad you realized that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so this is main event time. We did have Claudio and Pac. This was actually a pretty good main event.
Oh, fuck.
Jeffrey, having to be on a show with these two boys, you have to have things.
Boys. Yeah,
we definitely lost the plot, Jeff. Now we're past Daniel Garcia here.
Yeah,
I mean, we're past it all.
Yeah, I think we're almost. Let's just quickly sum up the main event and bring on Dan.
Wait, no, I wanted to hear your expertise on this.
I don't know what word that is. Maybe you should use the dictionary.
I think what Vince is trying to say is he wants your professional opinion.
Oh, I have that now?
Oh, do you? Dan,
I wouldn't go that far, but sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, Pac came out extremely strong, and it was a side-to-side match, and I was very surprised to hear at the end on how quick. I mean, it was back and forth on near falls, and then they just called it, and nobody realized that the match was over. I don't even know if the wrestlers realized it was over. And for a main event, like you said earlier, it was rushed. I agree with that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was a good main event. I do think, it started maybe 10 till 10. They got to get a little better with starting some of these things. I mean, they're dragging out. But overall, good main event. Pac does pick up.
They have shitty fucking. Do you feel like they just throw people in this fucking tournament? I mean, you got Jeff Jarrett, you got fucking Jay White, Ray Phoenix, Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, Bryan Danielson, and I don't even know what that guy's name is.
At the end of this match, I love how Claudio walks over to Danielson, and Danielson's like, "It happens, man. It happens." I literally felt like I was watching an AAU child's match, a wrestling, and you're looking over at the coaches like, "What just happened?" And they always say it happens. It happens, buddy. I was just like going back to the AAU, youth wrestling matches.
I'm with you on that. But all right, that pretty much concludes the show. We do have our next segment here, which is
Just luck with Mad Dog.
This is the news, guys. This is the news with the Mad Dog, Matt Kelly.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hi guys. I hope that doesn't get copyrighted. There's a lot of that's going around right now, by the way. So yeah.
Well, you sound better than last week.
So yeah, I dropped the background. I think that was the real issue there because my internet was fine, by the way. We'll talk about that after. Anyway, right. So before I say anything else, TNA is owned by
the internet's
a Nashville-based promotion. They are a Nashville-based promotion that has a Canadian, what is it called? I guess subgroup up there, I guess in Canada that owns TNA. So that's the part there. Anyway, going on besides TNA. Which by the way they are planning to do more of. That girl, Joriana Grace, I think you say her name. She's going to be on NXT more, and they might even bring her over to SmackDown. I don't even know. We'll see what happens there. But anyway, so Fightful Select says that the Wyatt, and I say this wrong, I'm so sorry, but the Wyatt 6-6, whatever they're called, I have no idea. The new, Uncle Howdy faction, that's what I'm going to call them, will have an impact on multiple storylines and be involved in like now every programming on WWE television. So they're going to be kind of everywhere going forward. PW Insider, this is a real interesting note about Becky Lynch right now. Becky Lynch is still not signed by anybody right now. Now, WWE is hoping they get her to re-sign with the company, but AEW wants her really bad because Becky has one of the biggest fan bases in professional wrestling history. So it really is a toss-up. I believe TNA staying out of it. I don't think they want anything to do with it. So we'll see what happens because Becky Lynch, man, free agent. That's exciting news for both companies right now. I think she's going to re-sign with WWE ultimately. This next one actually was something Vince brought up earlier in the night that WWE wants to bring back. There was a pay-per-view and the anniversary is coming up on that pay-per-view actually called Bad Blood. WWE is looking at the State Farm Arena, if I'm reading this right here, I believe I am, in Atlanta, Georgia, for a possible comeback of the pay-per-view Bad Blood, which was October 5th, 1997. And it was the first ever Hell in a Cell match. If you guys do or don't remember, I remember as a little kid, I remember my dad watching it. It was pretty awesome. I was like, oh my God, I was freaking out on what was happening. Anyway, former Ring of Honor and AEW commentator Kevin Kelly said on Eric Bischoff's podcast the other day that he's going to be suing AEW for breach of contract, actually, after they fired him. So I'm wondering how that's all going to work. I'll keep you posted with that.
Did they say why they fired him?
Next story is actually kind of interesting because now...
Did they say why they fired him?
No, they just did. They just fired him. I mean, from what I've read and even listening podcast, because I listened to it earlier today. He said that Tony Khan, means good, but doesn't utilize professional wrestling well. Like he has all these people around him who, know the business. It's just he doesn't utilize it well. Maybe it showed in tonight's show. I don't
Right.
know.
So I
It's kind of in
heard,
and out.
and hear me out here. Hold on a second. There was a reason that he did get let go, and it is, I gotta go back and find it. Dang it!
Does
There
anyone
was
think
a
that
reason.
Drew?
Supposedly, it was some sort of misconduct. I believe that's what it was. That's
Yes,
what
it was a
I
misconduct.
read.
He
Eventually,
was
some sort of
he
might have been
complained
even a
to
harassment
HR.
thing. I think that's what it was.
He was calling people names, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Unpopular Review Dynamite
Yep.
show.
I do remember looking into that. Yeah, a while ago when it happened. But I don't know if he's gonna win. I mean, honestly, he can try, but I mean, it's like his word against the company's word, and they fired him on a misconduct thing because he talked a bunch of shit and he wasn't really supposed to. So it's like one of those things, Anyway, right. This next story is actually really interesting because and if I'm saying this wrong, I do apologize again. According to the Tiller's TV account, X account, the AEW pay-per-view library now will actually be on their site for purchase. This includes all 25 events and for a single purchase, and it includes a yearly bundle. So you can actually go back and buy any AEW pay-per-view on Tether TV. Remember, they're also bringing future AEW pay-per-views as well. Thanks. Yeah. I knew I was gonna get that wrong, but I was just gonna, try my best there. Anyway, the last story I have is about a guy who returned over the weekend, and he was really awesome, and I can't believe what he did. And now Wrestling Votes say that CM Punk's official return with WWE is set for the end of July. Most likely going to be on the Raw roster, and he'll most likely will not be ready for Money in the Bank, but he will be ready for SummerSlam in August. So that's all I have this week. Any other questions? Any other thing? Dan just left here.
When is that?
Anything else?
AEW. When is it AEW app dropping?
The AEW app is dropping, I think, sometime in the middle. I believe it's going to be like right before All In, they said. Yeah, I believe it's going to be like right before All In. I believe that's going to be probably beginning or middle of August, I think Tony Khan said. But he did announce that was actually at the upfronts. It made Warner Brothers happy. So,
price? Is there a price on
that?
So,
yeah,
app?
So we'll see what happens there.
Good.
So far, I don't know. So far, like I said, so far I don't know. So far I don't know about that, but I do know for a fact though that they are going to have kind of like what TNA does. You have to buy a subscription plan. Ring of Honor does the same thing, so it's probably going to be based on the Ring of Honor app. That's most likely where they're going with it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Matt. We'll see you next week.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good week.
All right, guys. So, is there any final thoughts, parting shots we want to end this thing with?
I think I get all my shots in earlier. I think I'm shotted out.
Oh, you got some shots in.
No, I'm too tired.
Did you shoot your shot though?
Yeah, did you?
I always make it in the bucket.
That's what's important. Caitie did have a question about Drew.
Yeah, but I'll save it for next week. I mean, it's one that everybody knows. Like, I know that it's all part of the story play. He's not really quit. He's just making a big fuss out of the clash at the castle.
Right.
I just want to know how they're gonna how this is gonna go down. So he said he quit. He's not gonna be a wrestler anymore for WWE. Like what is are they gonna like kiss his ass and give him some kind of big contract?
Going underwater.
I don't know.
Well, I want to know that, but I also want to know about Dan Gable. How are they going to incorporate that?
Who?
That's stupid. Why do they say Chad Gable is fucking
Chad Gable? Sorry.
Dan Gable.
Well, that's a different kind of wrestler.
What kind of wrestler is that?
That is another Olympic wrestler.
Is it?
Yeah, I think he was for Iowa.
Can we confirm this?
Sure.
All right. Are we what else we got going on? What's our final grade for tonight? What do you think?
Glad it's over.
Thank you. American wrestler and coach.
It was a good show. I'm going to give it a B-.
Caitie?
Yeah, and the coach at Iowa. Thank you. Don't question college wrestling and me.
Don't question college wrestling.
What's the grade tonight, Caitie?
Probably a B plus.
Yeah, B sounds good. I'm gonna change my B- to a B.
Yeah.
I'll go with a solid C-. C- tonight, guys.
Then he only knows that because that's what he got in school.
Whoa, come on.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, ladies and gents, what a time. Everyone, have a good evening.
Yes, good night.
Good night, guys.
What a time. What a time to be alive, you know?
Oh, you know what we didn't do? Do we want to put up the shows for the week?
Good. Vince, you want to go ahead and handle this?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
It stands underwater.
Every week, every Monday, we start the week off 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the Mike Knox Show. He's going to recap Raw, SmackDown, any event that's happened. He got you covered. Monday nights, we got the Monday Night Review show right after Raw with the executive consultant, and it's Steve, right? Steve's doing it, right?
No idea. I don't remember.
Steve.
Steve's doing the show with Jane or with Chris?
Yeah. With the executive consultant.
Tuesday nights, we got him back. The bad guy himself, Bad Guy Jack, with your one, the only, the wrestling doll for NXT Review Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights, you can find us right here every Wednesday, 10 p.m., maybe 10:30. We're not sure. AEW Review show. On Thursdays, we got the top 5. Every week it changes. And then Saturday at 12 o'clock, we have SmackDown, the SmackDown Penitentiary with Zia Silent.
Yes. All right, guys. Good night. It's literally almost midnight. Everybody have a good night. We have 4 minutes left.